What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It is Sunday over here, and it's my third and probably final post for YouTube today. On this post, I'll be talking to you guys about ICP, internet computer, see if there is a bounce coming, or could there be further downside. Going to be taking a look into charts for ICP, so stick around. Also going to be covering Bitcoin as well as how it could affect the overall crypto markets. Currently at about 26K, not doing too much today, not surprised. Usually doesn't really do too much on the weekends. Going to be just taking a very quick look into Bitcoin because I don't want to spend too much time as I've already had over the past two posts with detailed posts on Bitcoin. Now, let's take a look into some upper and downwards price targets for ICP. Let's see if the previous price targets upside would still stand at this time, since it's been a couple of days since I've done a post here, so I am updating based on that post. Also going to be giving you guys my personal sentiment and opinions on this market later in this post, so make sure to stick around. Of course, none of what I'm saying here is financial advice, nor it's not financial advice. It's solely my personal opinions on this market. I am not a financial advisor, nor am I an elite trader of any sort, even though I am a profitable trader who's been able to keep most of my profits in the last bear market. But I am looking to crush it here for the next bull cycle. So if you guys feel the same way, hit that like, hit that subscribe button, and let's get right into the charts. All right, so we do have ICP here. Updating from my previous post, I did say that there was a falling wedge right here. Okay, I think that falling wedge should be more apparent on the 3-day time frame, where I do get 3 touches on the bottom trend line here. Okay, that's just how I like it. I'm a little OCD that way. I mean, it is technically how you should chart it as well. You want to see at least 3 touches on a trend line, or at least very close to touching. Okay, that's just my opinion. That's how I like it. You guys let me know how you guys chart. Now, this is what I'm seeing here on ICP. As I have mentioned last time, it is still running within this falling wedge pattern, which usually breaks to the upside. Okay, usually, not certainly, not absolutely. Okay, it's just with a higher probability. It could it could still break to the downside. I've seen. Okay, so don't think that this is going to just go up only, right? So basically, I have picked a point here for the measured target if it breaks out of this falling wedge pattern, which it should still stand because I picked a point that is later in the future, right? So basically it's October 2023. Okay, October 1st, 2023. That was the point I picked. This point is still valid because we haven't reached that date. And the price action is still within this falling wedge pattern. Now, if the price action does break out of this pattern and, by that date, then we're going to have a measure move of just a little bit over $8. Okay. Of course, if it breaks out sooner, then we're going to see a higher measure target. If it breaks out later, then we're going to see a lower price target. You just move the hypothetical measurements along the top trend line as long as this falling wedge pattern still stays intact. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing. We talked about a small double bottom here that is still, let me see if that's still intact. It is, in my opinion, still intact, but I mean, you basically have lost that level about $3.50 area. Okay, So we're basically at 325 right now. You basically have lost that $3.25 area on this candle close, which is closing in about 4 hours. This is the weekly time frame, right? I am leaning towards invalidating this double bottom pattern, which, is not good, at least for the short term. Then the next, level that I'll be looking at, which I'll get into in just a minute, but I don't think I'm finished with the upper price target as well as the key levels going upside yet. So we do have the weekly 21 and the weekly 50 SMA, the blue and the gray line within this pattern. Okay, so that's going to be resistance going back up to the upper trend line, right? The 3-day 21 and the 3-day 50, which is the blue and the gray line, it's also within this pattern. 3-day 200 SMA is currently at about $8. Daily moving averages all within this pattern, so quite a bit of resistance coming from within this pattern, right? Monthly moving average, that's currently at about $7.90 area. Okay, so those are going to be some moving averages that could be coming in as resistance between now and the measured targets. Now, measured targets are estimates only. It could be over, under, and it's probably not going to get there right away, right? So do your own due diligence and researches on falling wedges, measure targets, right? Verify what I'm saying. Go chart this on your own, right? I might very well be wrong. Let's take a look into the downside. Always got to acknowledge the downside, okay? So basically here, I think we are at all-time lows here already, right? $3 and, in this zone, basically $3.10. It's, when the candles get that small, it's going to be pretty hard to read, but, about that $3.10, $3.20 area. Okay, so I think, we're basically there. What's the next level down? I think we can only estimate from the bottom trend line here, okay? Because we don't have past trading history anymore, since we're already at that level. The next level down here, if the price action was to come down to this bottom trend line on this week, let's say for next week, because I think this week, we're going to be closing pretty soon. If it comes down here to this bottom trend line by next week, it's going to be $2.30 area. Okay, so that's pretty steep drop from where it is right now still, okay? And then you can really just extrapolate from this bottom trend line here, as long as this pattern is still intact. If the price action actually does break this bottom trend line, you really have to rechart this and see if it still fits like a falling wedge, falling channel pattern. Because as long as the form is still intact, then you still have a variation of that pattern, right? So that's what I'm seeing here. It's basically really just using the bottom trend line here as an estimate because we don't have past trading history below this level of about $3.10, $3.20, okay? So that's basically what I'm looking at for both the upside and downside. I'm going to give you guys my personal opinion on this market. But before we do, if you guys have made it this far into this video, make sure to check out my Webull link down below. They are still giving away free stocks value up to $3,000. They're giving away 6 to 12 free stocks valued up to $3,000 as the time of recording of this video. And if you guys use my referral link to sign up, I will also get a referral bonus if you guys sign up under me, so that directly supports my channel. I did enjoy using Webull as an exchange. I think they're great for beginners, for trading cryptos and stocks. But with any exchange, I would not put most or all my money on one particular exchange in case they do go down. I personally spread my money around several exchanges, so I am diversified. So in case one goes down, I don't get wrecked, right? So do check out my referral link down below if you guys are interested. And let's take a look into Bitcoin here. I mean, I've done, post on Bitcoin earlier today already, so I'm just gonna try to keep it short here. Still very much, at about that 26K area, right underneath it right now. Like I've been saying, weekly time frame here for Bitcoin is the main focus because this gives me a pretty clear picture of the scenarios that could be happening. I mentioned 3 scenarios. All 3 of them are still in play. We have the first one, which is the very bearish case scenario, double top pattern. Measure move, 17K area. Could it bounce at the weekly 50 SMA? Could. So really just have to see what happens at that bounce. Currently about 24K, the weekly 50 SMA, right? That's the first case scenario. Second one, it still needs to come back to reclaim this weekly 200, the daily 200. It could still come back up here, but it could still get rejected because we're still within a rising channel pattern as well. Okay, there's just different angles you can look at this, and I think you have to acknowledge all angles. So just to get a sense of what situation you're in, right? And then, the third scenario is the price action actually comes all the way back up or close this upward trend line to about 32K, which is the upper trend line of this rising channel pattern. In that case, then this cup and handle pattern is in play, and that's a much more bullish case scenario, right? Then I'll be more bullish on Bitcoin, the rest of the crypto markets. But until then, I think we're very much it's very iffy right now, and it's going to be worth taking the time to continue looking into the markets. I am not long on Bitcoin or Ethereum at this time. I am long on some altcoins. I am starting to short some altcoins as well, given their setup, right? So it's a new strategy. I'm trying to see where if I can develop further into. I can share my results with you guys after I get some results. Now, this basically wraps up my update for today. If you guys want to continue seeing more updates on ICP, like, subscribe, comments. I don't have ICP, but if enough of you guys want to see it, I can keep covering it. Thank you very much. Have a great rest of the day.